Hello YouTube, this is rwheatley0206 and it has been suggested that I need to do another room tour video. So we will go in to the room now and I will give you guys a look around. I have changed a few things since my last video. It's a little dark in here, but it's raining outside right now, so anyway, I wanted to go ahead and just kind of go around the room and show you guys what I've got up and everything. So to start out with, start over here. I've got this Star Trek tin that's on the wall of the Enterprise. I have this picture of Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock with the Enterprise overhead. Of course, I'm getting glare off some things. Let me get a better view here. Yeah, that's better, I think. I've got this picture down here of all the crew. I have added a couple of things to this display because I did only have this one and this one up here and the two at the bottom, but I put this one up here, the newer version of the Enterprise.
Maneuvering thrusters, Mr. Sid.
It does some weird stuff. So I also had this little diorama of the Enterprise down here. Alright, and then my cutaway model. And let me get a little more light on the subject and then we'll be right back. Okay, maybe that'll help some. Now you can see this stuff a little better. And then let me get over here to get out from in front of the light. The cabinet here just has odds and ends. We've got a lot of albums in there. And just a few little like Star Trek glasses and boxes and stuff like that. So over here we have some of my Playmates 9-inch Star Trek figures. I have another little tin up there on the wall of an actual Golden Key comic book. We have my poster of Kirk and Spock, and down here is my Star Trek 6 The Undiscovered Country laser disc plaque. And let's try to keep you out of the light so you can actually see it. A few odds and ends sitting on this cabinet. This is my communications device. Does some different things. Batman light switch cover. Let's see. Let's look at some stuff on this cabinet here. Getting some different light. Get the glare off of them. So we've got some other 9-inch Playmates figures. There's, if I can get the shadow off of it, there's Captain Kirk in his mirror outfit. Got this plate, some Ertl ships, the Enterprise, and a Klingon bird of prey. There's an action figure of Kirk. Another action figure of Kirk. Got some little pewter ships down here. My Decanter with the Enterprise on top of it. If you can see that. There we go. Okay. Some more 9-inch Playmates figures. Back there. And this one, can't see it real well. Yeah. There, that's a little better. That's Kirk in his spacesuit. Enterprise ornament. This is a little plaque with the Enterprise on it. Another Enterprise ornament. Hand phaser. Now there's that is a blue Klingon warbird from the 70s. Then I've got another old communicator and phaser over here. This one here is actually a prop replica. Doesn't do anything, but it looks really cool. And the Moyer, when you move this back and forth, it changes. Pretty cool little prop. A few more Star Trek things down here. And some space stamps. I actually have two of these. I've got one on display and one still in the box. This box trying to take a leap there or something. So anyway, it's like a cardboard replica of the bridge, and it came with all these action. Well, it didn't come with all the action figures. It didn't come with Yeoman Rand. That one didn't come with it, and the Captain Kirk in his spacesuit, that wasn't in it either. But a transporter from the new movie. And here's one of my old models that I built several years ago. And I've got NX-01 back there behind that. Another Enterprise there. Alright. And I think most of you have seen my little picture up there that I don't think it'll do it too much from down here as far as changing, but oh, there it changed some. There's that. My cloth wall hanging of Batman on the back of the door here. Then up here we've got my autographed Neil Adams Wonder Woman art print. You can see his signature in gold down there at the bottom. That came from Boom Boom Comics. Now this is one of my tumblers. This is a fairly large RC car. And then a really large figure of the Ben Affleck Batman. And then a smaller Batman and Joker in front of that. A few other figures. This is the other tumbler I have that's still in the box. Just like the one that I just showed you back there. Sorry for the glare, guys. Okay, so let's go down here. Now here's some of my 1966 Batman TV series figures. Catwoman, Batman with his surfboard, Joker with his surfboard, got the Penguin over here, an old plastic 66 Batmobile, Munster's coach, a few Hot Wheels Batmobiles back here. Let's see, let me back up here a minute, try to get a little more light over here. There we go. I can see a little better. So there's my wife bought me this for Christmas several years ago. I'm going to come down here. I've got a couple of Venom figures down here. But this is some of my other Batman animated series. Sorry for moving around on you here, guys, but let me get a better view. There we go. I think that'll do it. Kinda. Okay. That's not working out for me. So here, I'll come over here. This is an Eagle Moss Batman animated series Batmobile. Then these two down here are Hot Wheels. About 1/50th scale Batmobiles. And I've got some more 1/50th scale vehicles in the back there. Let's see. Let's take a look down here. Some of my Batman Begins figures. And this has, if you can get up here where you can see it, has the Batwing in it. And it also has, and that's from the '89 movie, but it also has the Batboat and the Batmobile from the '92 Batman movie, Batman Returns. Then down here, I'm going to have to sit down on the floor to do this one. This is the Batman cowl that my wife got me for Christmas last year. Very cool little cowl replica. And over here we have Bat Signal. And a few more figures in the back that you really can't see. Down here's some more of my Batman animated series. This is the original, the first Batman animated series Batman figure that came out. And I have one in the package and this one out of the package. Joker 68 showed me one the other day. I think it was on Instagram. He showed a picture of it. He's got this same figure in the package. And then also for Joker 68, we've got this Joker action figure. Can't see him too well because it's kind of dark down here. Alright, and then in the back I've got, well, you can't see him very well, a couple of old Kiss action figures. Not the Migos, but... Okay, now let's get some more light around here. If I can turn this over, there we go. Now this was a closet, and basically I converted it into a curio cabinet. So I put these shelves in, all down through here. There's 3 shelves. And I've just got it stuffed full of Batman stuff, and Star Trek stuff. This up here is mostly Batman stuff. And I can kind of display it. At least this out here you can see. There's my Batman Who Laughs statue that my daughter got me. Trying to get it to where there's no glare on it, but that's not working out very well. Let's go down here. Let's try that. There we go. See if I can get something. That's not working. I was wanting you to get a look at his face. You can kind of see it there. So that's that shelf. Then I've got some DC Universe multiverse figures. Aquaman, Shazam. Got a couple of Batmans back there, and a couple of vehicles there. This here is my set of the hardback books for Dark Knight 3: The Master Race. Those are all hardbacks of all the comics, and they come in that little set. And just some more Batman stuff back there. This shelf down here is all Star Trek, and it's just kind of stuffed full of stuff right now. I do have a Spider-Man mask setting here. So, and then there's a Thanos figure back there. I think I've showed you that before. And I don't know if you can see her or not, but there's the Green Orion slave girl from Star Trek. And down at the bottom it's just comic book boxes and extra stuff. And then 4 empty boxes. Then I've got a few more right here. I do need to get the room cleaned up a little bit because I've just kind of strung some stuff around. Let's see. Here's another poster I got from Boom Boom Comics with some signatures on it. Another one I got from Boom Boom Comics. These two here I got from BatCon last year, and I've got too much light now. Let's see if I can turn this a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. So I got these two from BatCon last year, which is coming up again in August, August 17th. And then here is my poster of one of my favorite comics of all time, Batman 251. Then we come over here, and I got to move the light again. And this is my Batman wall light, my Batman clock. And then, up here, we have another Batman wall hanging. And move the light a little bit so you can see some more Star Trek figures up along the top here. Of course, my batteries had to go dead in the middle of this. So, anyway, back to the Star Trek figures. There's some of my Mego Star Trek figures. My Franklin Mint Pewter Enterprise Phaser, and you saw this the other day, my Tribble. There's a couple more Mego figures, the newer ones that just came out, Uhura and Sulu from the Mirror Mirror show. My 12-inch Mr. Spock figure from Playmates. And down here we've got a Diamond Select Phaser, Diamond Select Enterprise, another little Decanter thing over here, or what, you know, not Decanter. Well, anyway, I can't think what it's called, but anyway, then I've got my Bluetooth communicator in this case, and then I've got my Phaser remote in this case. More Star Trek collectibles, Phaser, communicator, tricorder, two more Phasers in the back still in the box. Then this here's some of the older stuff. This was a Star Trek Phaser game. Basically it's a phaser that's a flashlight, and you put these little discs in the front, and then it shows whatever shape's on the disc, like the Enterprise or this ship here, on the wall. These are a couple of my old Mego Star Trek figures. And then the Gorn is a fairly new one. And down here, this is that bridge set that's still in the box. I don't think you can see it very well. Here, let me bring that out. There we go. Now you can see it a little better. And it's got all the figures in with it. Also by Playmates. I've got my B9 Lost in Space robot there, and then that box behind it has another Spock figure in it. Alright, let's come up here. I have, turn the light again, take the glare off, there we go. Well, let's keep a little light back here. This is a Spock mask, and Captain Kirk in his captain's chair, Captain Pike, and yes, I do have one of the Romulan ale bottles. I think that's what they put in those. A few other little ships and stuff here and there. Here I've got a few Star Wars I've got a Star Wars ship. I've got my Darth Vader helmet over here. And a couple of ornaments back there. And then I've got Ecto 1 sitting here in the middle of all that. Okay, let me move around here a little bit. Yeah, I gotta fix this real quick. Hang on just a second. Okay. Trying to maneuver around different things in my room here. So, of course, you guys have seen my chair before, and I've got my Batman blanket draped over it and my Batman Forever pillow right there. I'll move the chair out of the way so you guys can see some of this stuff a little better. So there's my Star Wars stuff again. Down here I've got this is the Major Matt Mason moon crawler. I don't know how well you can see that, but I had that when I was a kid. This is not the one I had when I was a kid. I do not know what happened to that one, but my wife bought me that for Christmas a few years ago. Let's get the chair over a little more. There's my miniature Lost in Space robot. Got a couple of Millennium Falcons sitting down here. And then the spaceship from Mars Attacks. And I've got my Lost in Space robot diorama kind of thing. See if I can find the button.
Alpha Control.
There we go.
Come in, Alpha Control. This is the robot. We appear to be lost in space. Please help. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Sensors indicate an alien intruder. Warning, warning.
Alright, then down here I've got a Doctor Who TARDIS. God, I couldn't think of it for a minute. And then I've got one of my old ornaments for Star Trek. Well, I said old. It's from last year. I've got a newer Dr. McCoy Mego figure. And then I've got this, actually this autographed picture is to my son Jordan. But he didn't want it, so I have it in my room. We got that at a convention, I think, back in, I want to say the late 90s. Like 98, 99, somewhere around there in Fort Wayne, Indiana. She was there, and we got that picture. And down here I've got another Enterprise by Diamond Select. And I've got me a big old white Tribble right there. Over here we've got some more 66 Batman stuff. And then this helicopter. More Batman figures here. My big 66 Batmobile. And a couple of smaller ones sitting around here. My 66 Batman figure back there in the back. That's a 7-inch figure. The license plate off the Batmobile sitting back there. And here is my collection, or a lot of my collection of Corgi Batmobiles. If you can see that. There we go. There's my original, very first one that's still in the package. And then there's a few more back there. This one here is an Eagle Moss Batmobile. It, well, I don't know if you can see it very well. It has some computer stuff from the Batcave, and it's supposed to look like the Batcave in the background there. And over here, this is one of the Corgis that I restored several years ago. The one at the bottom is a Danbury Mint Batmobile. Then up here we've got the Bat Phone from the 66 Batmobile. We've got some, this is the from the Aurora, for the Aurora racetrack. the electronic slot car. Another Batmobile with Batman standing there, and I think, yeah, Robin's down inside the passenger side there, if I can get around here to see him. Another racetrack Batmobile, Aurora Batmobile, and I think you guys have seen this before. This is my model. Now this is not the old, the 1966 model. This is the newer one. I think this one's from 75-ish. Then up on top of this shelf, I have some glasses from Batman Forever. I have another Ben Affleck Batman. And then I've got a bigger Adam West Batman. I've got a Michael Keaton Batman in the background there. And then Super Friends action figures here from DC Universe. And of course my Batarang. This is a film cell from The Dark Knight. Then over here I've got this creepy looking green Joker figure. It belongs to my grandson, but he decided it kind of spooked him, so he wanted me to take it home with me. So, and then my Christian Bale Batman up there, my 1966 Shakespeare bust, some more action figures, and there's a Robin model back there in the back that's still in the box. And the Metals Batmobile from the animated series with the Batman figure in there with it. This is, let me get this light turned a little bit. Gee whiz. That's an aggravation when you got a room that's dark. Oh, here we go. Well, now you can't see it at all. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see how that works out. Okay, so this let me just move this Batman out of the way. My Dark Knight Returns mask with the book in the back. And this is my Dark Knight Returns figure. And here's an Eagle Moss Batmobile from the Arkham Asylum game. This is an Eagle Moss Batmobile from the Batman cartoon. More 66 Batman figures. And then this is the Eagle Moss Batwing from the '89 movie. These here are some more of my original, well, this helicopter is my original Corgi helicopter from the Batman TV series that I bought back in '75. This one on the right is a newer version, and then of course this is a Hot Wheels version of the '66 Batmobile. And down here we've got a couple of Michael Keaton Batmobiles from Hot Wheels 1/18 scale. There's one for the racetrack. There's another, I think this one is the larger Ertl Batmobile. This one here, I forget what company made it, but it's very similar to the Ertl. And then, let's see, let me move this out of the way. Because then I've got the black version at the top, and I've got the chrome version at the bottom of the '66 Batmobile, the 1/18 scale. And down here, more '66 Batman figures. And another, I wonder if this thing still works. This, let me get it out here, is the Christian Bale Batman. Let's see if this thing's still, oh, there we go. The thing spins and the lights make different shapes and so on. It's kind of cool. And it goes back to that. Interesting little piece. And I got this Batman and Robin figure set. This here is the special edition Batman. It was kind of hard to get. Let me get it up here where you can see it. Get the glare off of it. In his costume from when they done their screen test. Or no, this isn't the one from the screen test. Where's that one at? It looked like it because of the mask, but well, I don't see that one. I know it's here somewhere. But anyway, they had two versions of that. Oh, here we go. Here we go, it's up here. This is the one that's for the screen test. Okay. And it's called the Chase Limited Edition. So they had that figure was a special edition. And then there was one of Mr. Freeze that was a special edition. And I've got it here somewhere too. But anyway, let's move on. Down here I've got the Batgirl figure from the Batman TV series. There's a red phone that I have not converted yet, but I set it on the shelf anyway. And here's another Batmobile, 66 Batmobile. Okay, over here. And let's move the light again. Move it some more. Okay. Detective Comics 387 wall plaque. This is just a picture from Batman v Superman movie. Batmobile 10 up there. And of course you all have seen my Batman window box when I first put the room together. And there's the other one. And I've got Batman 10 up there. This is another poster I got from Boom Boom Comics with several signatures on it. Several great signatures. And this, of course, is from Hobby Lobby. It's just kind of a wooden plaque with the cloth stretched over it. Christopher Reeve's Superman. This here is from Dan Davis, who drew the Batman Brave and the Bold. So I got this and got him to sign that. See his signature at the bottom. This one here is another one from Boom Boom Comics, and each one of these have the artist's autograph written in the white bat section. Each one of them. Which is pretty cool. And of course my Detective Comics 27 wall cling. And that pretty much concludes the room. Well, I didn't show you this. I do have some stuff up on top of this. Like I said, this is really cluttered right now because I have all my comic book boxes kind of lined up in the front here and down the side. I've got to get a little area to put those in. But here's my, let's stay on this side. One of my Superpowers Batmobiles with one of my Batman figures and Robin figures. And there's another set of Batman and Robin figures and some other figures that I have for the Super Friends and the Hall of Justice. Then we have my larger Batman animated series figure there. A couple of more Batmobiles over here. So that pretty much does it. So let me oh, one other thing. This is my let me get this stupid light out of my way. This is my area where I usually do my videos, so I've just got stuff kind of laying on it right now, but there's my microphone and my camera's under here. This is the one I usually use when I'm doing the videos where you actually see me instead of just the books. And I got my, actually I think this book is probably going to go to my son. I have a second copy of it, so, and I know he's wanting a copy of it. So anyway, that's a tour of my room. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, this is not all the stuff that I have. I still have quite a bit of other stuff that's still in boxes and so on. And I've got a curio cabinet downstairs that I have a lot of stuff in. And I'm going to turn this direction. This is one of my studio lights that I use when I'm making videos. I actually have two of these, but I only use one of them most of the time. But anyway, so that's the room. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Like I said, it's not in quite the spruced up shape that I wanted it to be in before I made this video, but I thought, well, I'll go ahead and make it because, you know, people like to see stuff in process as well. So so this is kind of where I live, you know. And with that, I'm going to end this video. Hope you all enjoyed it and have a great day. See you soon.